Yo, what's the haps, chaps? Welcome back. Back in the saddle, back in the sack. It's me again. No hat today, and we're getting on with it. I gotta get them in. I'm busy. I'm working. I got 2 jobs. I got so much going on. I've not uploaded for a while. Sorry about that, but you know, this should hopefully be a nice little accountability, a nice little, we're gonna make it back. We're gonna do some videos. Maybe some ideas, maybe podcasting. Don't know, dog. Don't know. But cannot, as a member of the community, miss out on the opportunity to be getting my pick thems in. Of course. Yeah. So, do you know what's sad? Let me shoot across here. What's really sad? It's been a while. It sums this up. But also, when I was setting this up, my window for the game was set to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I did cry a little tear. Also puts in perspective. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've uploaded. It's fair. It's fair, but that's how it goes. It comes and goes. And, you know, the podcast, I wasn't feeling it in the end. That's me. That's personal. You know? Decisions were made. But we're back with the pick'ems. And, of course, we missed a major as well, didn't we? So, you know, it's been even longer. But we're back with the pick'ems. What are we going to pick in the pick'ems? So I like to start with the 0-3. Okay, because 0-3, you can usually get one. You can usually get one. If you're a Noah, you can usually get one. These are all the teams. These are all the teams, of course. So we got Cloud9, Ents, Furia, Heroic, Eternal Fire, Apex, 9 Pandas. Now, this is why you wait, guys. This is why you wait. Smart move to wait. Rumor has it, 9 Pandas might not be attending for one reason or another. Not sure how that's going to affect the pick'ems. Might change it. Don't know. Saw, Pain, Imperial, the Mongols, Amcal, Ecstatic, Movistar Koi, Legacy, and Lin Vision. So, 0-3. Where are we going? Pain. I don't like this Pain, man. I don't like this Pain. You know, there's been some changes in the SA scene recently. You know, for most of these teams, ultimately, they're not really working out very much. I'm not super excited about a lot of the South American teams. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, this version of Pain I'm not a massive fan of, in all honesty. And the results kind of reflect that a little bit. They obviously made it through here. But, I don't know. They don't excite me all that much, to be honest with you. Yeah, they've not qualified into, like, pro leagues or anything like this. You know, your Blast, Showdown, stuff like that. These are areas that we'd usually see Pain contesting for. Not really happen. IMO. Now, I don't want to be too down. I don't want to get flamed. Another team that springs to mind is Legacy. Not really a massive fan of them either. Like I say, I'm down on the South American stock. Now, they do have Cold Zera. Is he going to run it back? A lot of people have got Legacy going 0-3. I think he's going to, you know, put down a God game so they at least get one, and everyone's pick'ems will be wrecked. So I'm not going to put Legacy in. And like I said, I don't want to put 2 South American teams in. That feels a little rude. So I'm going to say next, it's got to be one of the fellas. One of the fellas from the Asian RMR. I'm thinking Lin Vision. The Mongols, they got a pretty good track record at the majors, of course. They're a really fun kind of team to watch. You know, like I say, some of the SA boys not really exciting me all that much. Mongols, they do a little bit, you know. We've got some young blood in here. Got some newer faces in here. At least for the time cycle of Asia, there's not generally that much Mongolian talent, so they don't go super deep. They perform very, very well at the Asia RMR, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They, for me, at the moment, are probably the best team in Asia, I would say, in its current iteration. They also won the Extreme Land. No, it's not Extreme Land, is it? That was a team. Yeah, it was like Extreme Land. Towards the start of the year, they won that. So, I'm liking them. but Vision, not as sold on them. Not as sold. So these two make the most sense for me. There is a chance that they unfortunately... Well, not unfortunately. I guess it would be good, exciting, whatever. But for the pick'ems, it would be unfortunate. They may well grab a BO1 out of somewhere. Yeah, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Then we got the 3 O's. So, Cloud9 going to go in there for me. On paper, one of the best looking teams in this entire stage. You know, you've got absolute machines. Still no AWPer. Maybe they will have. Maybe one of them is an AWPer now. Don't know. But some really great players on this team, and they always do well in these sort of, I don't know, high expectation moments. Not necessarily like pressure moments, like a deep run playoff type thing, battling for top 4 or whatever. But when it comes to when they're expected to perform well against lesser opponents, they generally do pretty well. So I'm going to put them in there. It's a little bit of a risk. The other team I'm going to put in there... I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll go Eternal Fire. I think I'll still have enough in there. I'm a bit sold on Eternal Fire. I think these guys have been playing brilliantly recently. They look like a lot of fun. Again, with your 0-3, 3-0 picks, you got to choose something a little bit wacky, a team that might upset you. First major for a couple of these guys, I believe. And again, in terms of iterations, one of the better looking iterations of this team. Wicadia is turning a lot of heads. Woxic getting a little bit better, and Xantares is Xantares. So I think, yeah, they should be very, very exciting. They perform relatively well at the RMR itself. Maybe not as deep at Kato, having a little bit of a look here, right? But again, when it comes to this kind of stage, I think that they could really surprise a few people. Now, in terms of who makes it through, this is where I like to play a little more safe, you know. So I'll not just throw them all in. We got Ents, Polish boys looking really good. Again, I think Glaive has got these guys fired up. They perform very well at Kato, of course, in front of the home crowd. Glaive's playing really, really good Counter-Strike at the moment. There are definitely a few ceilings, a few issues within this team. It's maybe not something that you want to be saying. Glaive is playing well, but he's almost playing, like, too well. So they're, like, relying on him. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, when it gets a bit deeper, I don't know how much that's going to do for you and whether you can keep him performing like that. But I still think they will make it through the opening stage. Is it contenders? Is the opening stage? Where are the stickers, man? Are they going to be opening stage stickers? Anyway, it's a whole other conversation. Heroic. Quite like these guys. Caught them recently in the Dallas qualifier, like actually casting them, you know, which gives you a little bit more perspective, I think, as it's fully unfolding before your eyes, and, you know, you catch it and you're a part of it. I don't know. It's just a bit of a deeper read on what they're doing. So, yeah, Nertz looks great. Shush and Tessus don't seem to have dropped off very much at all, despite all these changes that have come in. And that indeed I think is difficult for them, difficult situation. Yeah, so I feel like they look very good. The only thing, again, a little bit deeper, they're quite readable, they're quite telegraphed at the moment, especially when you got Nertz in play. He loves a lurk. That, as a hard lurk style, hasn't worked for a while. Maybe he's bringing it back, don't know. We shall see, maybe by the end of the major cycle. But I like the team, and they should make it through. You know, they've got enough pieces there that they should indeed make it through. Apex, another one again, look very good on LAN. Decent RMR from them too. I think they, unfortunately, after the success of the Paris Major, have not really lived up to that as much as we would like when they've been playing in these sort of other tournaments. Such as a Kato, such as a Sydney, if I'm casting my mind back correctly. Just having a little scroll through here to make sure my facts are correct. Maybe not. Maybe not. Am I losing my mind? Hello? Yeah, no, okay, they did. All right. I just missed it here. I do apologize. So, yeah, you know, going down to Gamer Legion there. couple of nice finishes. Rubeck Cup, lost out in the final. Espoo Masters, lost out in the final. Didn't quite make it through to Bet. You know, all these sorts of little tournaments that you'd expect them to eventually make it through, eventually possibly win. But they've come close. They've come close. So I think they're, again, within this ilk of teams, in a pretty good spot. So, War is next. Saw, gotta believe in Saw. Tier 2 boys, looking good. Great energy behind them. Some fantastic players. I love this team. To be honest with you, I think that they are so exciting within the Tier 2 sort of space at the moment. Tier 1.5 really worked their way up. Taking a chance on some of the new bloods. Story, U-Jerks, Orozdosh. A couple of years ago, people had never heard of these players. And now they are running at the major, and of course there's a big story behind them with all the heartbreak and all this in the past, and you know, same for sort of Stododo and whatnot, who's now on Movistar Koi. Then it gets a little bit tricky. I like Furia. I still look. Furia looked shit. I say that with a little bit of vitriol because they should be better. They should be better, but for me, they still have some fantastic pieces. And I think Fallen, although performance-wise and whatnot is a bit difficult at the moment, I think that he will be able to bring enough to the table from a leadership perspective that they should have a boost in their morale, in their play, in their belief, and also being Brazilian is a huge part of that, of course. I think that they will be able to make it through to the next stage. Now, the last spot, I don't know. I maybe could have given it 9 Pandas. They've looked decent. They've looked very, very good. They were last chance qualifiers, so, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. But they won the Paris Please event on LAN. They have hit a bit of a groove. Don't think they're going to be making it, so I don't know about putting them there. Rumor has it it'll be GL, Game of Legion, replacing them. If I put them in there, does that mean I get Game of Legion now? Don't know, mate. So might go a bit wacky, mate. Go for the Mongols. Why not? They are the boys, and they're the team. Well, they're one of the teams that may well get overlooked. But the way that this has worked out, the way that it's been formatted, you know, they can beat Imperial. They can beat Ecstatic. They can beat Legacy. You know? I feel like they can beat all these sorts of teams, and if they get a nice little bracket that works in their way, you know, an upset here or there, they get Legacy in round 2, suddenly they're 2-0. And they could do that. They could do that. Alright, well, that's going to be it. Pretty simple. Talking through my thoughts, talking through my head, and where I am at, and just trying to get some content out there for the lovely people who may well want to still watch me yap-a-doodle-doo. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. What do you think? Am I crazy? Is this going to work? 10 out of 10, gang? I don't know about that, but we'll probably make it through. All right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you later.